Welcome to the August skincare, makeup and life update. This doesn't cover the whole of August. I had to cut it short because at the end of August we started to travel. So when you're seeing this, I won't be home, but I will be in Canada on a family trip. I realized after editing last month's update video that I kept on talking about the trip but never told you what we were up to, so I'll touch on that in a little bit. But first of all, I have some new makeup to show you and quite a bit of sunscreen, mostly old favorites we purchased, and one new thing already. So let's dive right in. Makeup. I got sent 3 things from r.e.m Beauty, which is not r.e.m like in the band r.e.m that I grew up with in my youth, but r.e.m Beauty, founded by Ariana Grande in, I think, 2021. Available through Sephora in Europe since 2023 and not really on my radar. They offered to send me a few of their products. They have mostly makeup, but a little bit of skincare sprinkled in as well. And when the parcel arrived, my daughter was with me and she asked, "What's that? Where's that from?" And I felt the need to kind of show off in front of my teenage daughter and said, "Yeah, Ariana Grande sent mommy some makeup," in an attempt to, I don't know, prove that I'm still hip. And I know saying she sent me makeup is quite stretching the truth. But yeah, that proud bonding moment of mine was disappointed when she said, "Ariana who?" Because apparently 11-year-old girls do not listen to Ariana Grande. So instead of feeling smug and good about myself, I felt quite old and disconnected. But let's talk about the products. The first thing is technically skincare. It's the r.e.m Beauty Highlight Serum in the color Honey Pot. And even though this technically has skin beneficial ingredients, it contains hyaluronic acid, peptides, glycerin, things like that, I'm not sure if I would classify something as glittery as serum, because it's not just the bottle. It's, look at that. That's how it looks when you apply it on your skin. So you're supposed to do that as last step in your skincare routine and then go on with makeup on top. And I haven't tried it. Oh, it smells nice. Quite a perfumey scent. But for me, that's quite a bit of glow to put it all over my face. But maybe as a highlighter or mixed in with your foundation. This is Honey Pot. It's described as being champagne with a subtle golden shimmer, and I don't see anything subtle about that shimmer, but I'm a magpie, I love glittering stuff. And there are, I think, 4 other colors available other than that one. Then I got one of their liquid eyeshadows. This one is in the color Muse, and again it's glittery, like not harsh glittery, shimmery, dark brown with golden specks in it. Perfect, I love the color. And the last thing I got was one of their glossy balms. This is the r.e.m Beauty Glossy Balm in the color Shirley, and this is supposed to be a true red. I think it leans more on the coral side, but it is very, very sheer. It's one of the glosses like glosses I had in my youth. It feels kind of gloopy. It is sticky enough so your hair gets caught in it. It has a vanilla scent. Yeah, typical vanilla scent, and is very shimmery and very sheer. And I realized that the gloopiness and the stickiness doesn't make it sound too appealing, but for me, it's like that is a lip gloss. This is how they are supposed to be. So I really enjoy it, even though I wish there was a little more color payoff to it. Everything they have leans more on the like shimmery, glittery side. So if that's not your thing, that's probably not your brand. But in their About Us section, they tell you that they want to give you the tools to express yourself and add magic to your everyday. And I can tell you my everyday is in dire need of magic, and if that magic comes in the form of sparkling eyeshadow, I'm here for it. Next thing I picked up is sunscreens. I had to restock and I took advantage of some sales on Stylevana, and I ordered 4 of the Madagascar Centella Hyaluronic Water Fit Sun Serum SPF 50. This is a twin pack each, so that's 4 of them in total. I love it for everyday sunscreen for the office. And then again, I got 4 of the Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence that I especially like for when it's really hot, or for touch-ups during the day. Right now you can apply that on top of your makeup, your other sunscreen, without feeling like you have an icky layer of stuff on your face. So very good for that. And the last one is the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Aqua Fresh Rice Plus V5. I have the original version that I love, but prefer to use more in winter because it's a little richer. And apparently this is the lightweight and fresher version, so I'm excited to give that one a go. And that's everything for skincare and makeup. I didn't buy anything because we were busy preparing for the holidays and the vacation is going to be quite expensive. So no splurging on clothes and other stuff, but the kids were off school for August and will be for 2 more weeks in September. And so we ended up doing quite a bit of things as a family, like going for a hike, going for ice cream, going to the pool, all these things. And we also ended up watching movies that we could watch together with the kids. So we ended up watching 2 movies with the kids. One is Naked Gun 2.5. We have watched the first one like a few months back, which is, it's one from my youth. I still have enough that I can laugh about in there, but it really fits the humor of a 9-year-old boy. So that one was a success, even though quite a few of the jokes, especially regarding the carnate aspects of the film, absolutely went over the kids' head, but was great to enjoy as a family. And the second one we watched was actually a new film adapted after a very popular German children's book called Woodwalkers by Katja Brandes, and it's about children or people that are able to shift like were creatures. They're able to shift into different animals. And I think if you're above the age of 12, you can safely skip the film without missing out. The one thing that I think annoyed me the most is I expected the story to be adapted for like 10 to 12-year-olds. My kids read and loved the books, and I knew it wasn't going to be a story that I would feel deeply passionate about. But my main issue with it is the author is German. The film is German. The actors are German. But the story is set in the Rocky Mountains. So we had German-looking people in German-looking surroundings, displaying typical German family and German school behaviors, but you were made to believe that this was not, like it actually was, a ski resort in the French Alps, but a strange school in the Rocky Mountains. And that, I don't know, that gave me the ick. It was so German. It was so German. The mother was so German in the things she said and how she behaved and how she dressed. And I don't know why it had to be the Rockies. That might be just me, but I watched the film the whole time and thought, stop pretending. Stop pretending. And that's probably not a good thing to think when watching a film, because on the rational level, you know that all they do is pretending, it's not real. But yeah, so if your children are above the age of 12 and did not love the book Woodwalkers, probably skip the film. I finished one book. This is this one. It's called Daughters of Night by Laura Shepard Robertson. And it's apparently the sequel to Blood and Sugar, which was another one of her novels and widely popular. I haven't read the first one, but you can read this one as a standalone novel without missing out on anything. It is set in London, 1782, and I should probably have read it in November when it's rainy and foggy outside and not in the blasting sun to get in the mood a little better, but it is such a great book. It's like a crime, thriller, historical novel, and very, very captivating. I lost quite a bit of sleep over this book because I kept reading one more chapter, and it's like 570 pages, so there's lots one more chapters that you can try to finish before you turn off the lights. It is not the book for you if you are very sensitive to like sexual violence, murder, child abuse. You have to know when you read this book that back then the official age of consent was 12, which is kind of hard to stomach, especially as I have a daughter that is about to turn 12. But it's brilliantly written, very captivating, and I highly, highly recommend. And now I promise to tell you where we are going. We're flying over to Vancouver with a stopover in San Francisco, but like we're not leaving the airport, we're just changing planes there. And then we rented a camper van and we'll be exploring the national parks in the western area of Canada. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. So if there is no September update, you will know that I have either been eaten by a bear or decided to leave civilization behind and move to the remote Canadian wilderness. Either way, there are a few more videos that will go up than I pre-scheduled, and I would love to know what your August was made up of, and I'm going to see you all in about a month in September for the next update.